it's Tuesday Talks at 10:30. It is 10:30 on Tuesday. Let's see where I can sit this. Okay. Whoops. Okay. This is Connecting to Spirit with Stacy. This is Tuesday Talks at 10:30. My name is Stacy Niedenthal, where I come to you every Tuesday at 10:30, and I talk to you about things that you may or may not be comfortable in speaking about. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see it on my phone as well. There we go. I don't always see comments, so I like to look at it on my phone also. So let me know if you're here so I can see if I can see comments or not. Let me turn this off. Okay. So Tuesday Talks at 10:30. Every Tuesday I come to you at 10:30 and I talk to you about things that you may not know who to speak to about. So we sit and we talk about death and dying. We talk about grief. We talk about all different things that will allow you to find your oneness, to find wholeness from within yourself. Okay, Chrissy, good morning. Good morning. Okay. I see a couple people are commenting now. Great. But today we're going to talk about September. It is September. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. The 9th month of 2023. It's kind of crazy to me how quickly everything has gone. So I always like to set part of my intentions first so that you know who I am and what I'm about. Goodness, this is going to give me, well, you know what? We're just going to go through it and not have to worry about that. So hopefully your comments will come up here in front of me. But my name is Stacy. I am a child of God. I'm an evidential medium, and I am a spiritual healer. And I've been given a gift from God to channel spirit using love and light for my higher good and the higher good of those that God puts in my path. I'm not the medium that says, I see death all around you and you're going to be dead in 10 days. My gift, my prayer is that God, that spirit, that angels help you find the healing messages that you are looking for. This is Tuesday Talks at 10:30. It's not an angel card reading. It's not a reading. This is simply a time where we get together on Tuesdays at 10:30 to talk about oneness, coming back home, basically. So I do have a few housekeeping things. Here we go. Got a couple events that are coming up. September 13th, I'm going to be at the State Theater in Havre de Grace. It is a gallery reading followed by a book signing. On the 14th, I'm here at Hip Gypsy Emporium in Chambersburg. That is also a gallery reading. On the 28th, at Hammer and Stain, we're doing candles and cards, where you'll be making candles, and we'll be doing angel card readings. On September 20th, I am in Bel Air, Maryland. I have 2 private readings left, a 3 o'clock and a noon on the 20th. And then October 18th, I'm at the Lodges in Gettysburg for a gallery reading and book signing. So you'll want to get your tickets. I have posted the link, hopefully, on this live. If you have any questions about it, feel free to, reach out and talk to me about it. But you can always go to my website, connectingtospiritwithstacy.com, for your event tickets. But I'm really excited about the Havre de Grace, the Gettysburg, of course, here at Hip Gypsy, but all kinds of fun things that are coming up that you're not going to want to miss out on. If you've never been to a gallery reading, these are some of the readings that you need to get your butt to. So it is September. I can't even believe it's September already. Where did summer go? And I know it's still summer, don't get me wrong, but when September starts, you start to see the mums being sold. All of a sudden, I know fall's coming and my summer is gone, and I'm definitely a summer girl. So in the past, in the beginning of the month, we always go back to the book, My Head Knows But My Heart Still Hurts, and we talk about the monthly exercises, which is what we're going to do today. And of course, we're going to talk about September. But I just wanted to kind of go back a little bit and talk about some of the other months, because September is like a combination of all of the months, all of the things that we have worked on, that we've talked about, all the different exercises. So last month we talked about your chakras and aligning your chakras and connecting with those. In July, we talked about, and your monthly exercises were about finding your independence, releasing those things that no longer serve you, allowing yourself to be more of who you are and finding yourself. In June, we did exercises to honor the father figures, the grandfather figures in our life. In May, we honored the mother figures, the mothers, the grandmothers in our lives. In April, we talked about spring and being moving forward and blossoming and growing. In March, we talked about, and your exercises were about abundance, finding your abundance, finding the good things within yourself and the people that are around you. February, our main concentration was on love. So it's loving yourself, loving others, giving and receiving. And then January, we talked about new beginnings because it was January. So how have you guys done with those months? Have you been working on the exercises? Have you been working through them? I'm just trying to see if there's any comments. I'm not seeing any comments. So, okay. Well, whether we have comments or not, I'm just going to continue, and then I will answer comments afterwards if they don't pop up. So, I don't know. This is so weird. I am technologically challenged, if you are wondering. So, September. It is now September. So, when we think about September, we are combining all of the exercises from all of the past months to continue finding our way back home, our oneness, our wholeness. So every day, there is a specific mantra for the days of the week. So on Mondays, the mantra is, today I will live 1 minute at a time. And I have learned in my years on this earth, and especially in the past few weeks, I need to live 1 minute at a time. When we think about next week, next month, next year, we tend to get overwhelmed. So when we live in the present, when we live 1 moment at a time, it helps to relieve that anxiety. So on Mondays, your mantra is, and your reminder is, I will live 1 minute at a time. If you need to put a sticky note at your desk or in your car or in your house, I'm living 1 minute at a time. It's one breath at a time. It's 1 minute. It's whatever you can handle. That's what I'm doing. 1 minute at a time. 1 day at a time. I'm taking things easy. I'm slowing things down. I'm thinking one thought at a time. So on Mondays, that is your mantra. I will live 1 minute at a time. On Tuesdays, your mantra and the things to do, I will laugh out loud. So on Tuesdays, I want you to try and find the joy, those bursts of joy, that burst of energy that's around you. Don't be afraid to laugh. Don't be afraid to have fun. When we lose someone who's very important to us, we find that it's difficult to laugh because we feel as if we're not honoring the person who has passed. We should just be miserable. We should be stuck in our grief to honor them. But I feel like our loved one would want us to laugh and to remember them and to have stories about them. So on Tuesdays, your mantras and the to-dos is, I will laugh out loud. Enjoy that laughter. Don't feel bad about the laughter. On Wednesdays, the mantra or the to-do thing, I will find a peaceful spot to reflect. Excuse me 1 second. We've talked about meditation. We've talked about reflecting. We've talked about prayer. It's slowing the mind down, thanking the universe, thanking God for the blessings that you have received, inviting abundance, inviting blessings in, and then taking time to reflect on the blessings that you have. My husband was having a conversation with our granddaughter the other day where she wasn't sure if she believed in miracles. And he had to explain to her, there's miracles every single day. You wake up and you open your eyes, and that's a miracle. And you've heard me talk about this over and over and over again. It's looking for the miracles, getting into your car, being blessed that you have a car, and that you have gas in your car, that the car turns on, that you're driving to a job that you have, being thankful for the career that you have, being open to receiving the blessings of that job, having friends and family around you. But it is finding a moment to reflect on those things. I had an exercise to do with one of my mentors where he told us to write down a list of everyone who has passed and think about something that you learned from them. One thing, two things, a story about them, something about them that made you happy. So I had to reflect on those people that were in my life that are no longer in my life and think about the blessings that they had given to me. The stories. My Uncle Glenn. Oh my gosh. So many things from him. But the main thing that I remember from him is that he would, before he would leave, he would always say to me, I love you. You're my very best friend. And he would leave and he would blow me a kiss and he would wave. Like I can see that in my head. I reflect on that quite a bit when I think about how much I miss him. I listen for his voice to say, I love you very much and you're my very best friend. And wave. You know, things that my mom would do, things that my friend Deb would do, you know, Debo, all these people that were in my life at one time. I'm reflecting on the memories that they gave to me. On Thursdays, the mantra, the to-do, today I will slow down and enjoy taking my time. So we are living one moment at a time on Mondays. We are laughing out loud on Tuesdays. We are taking time to reflect on Wednesdays. And on Thursdays, we're slowing down and enjoying our time. We rush through life. We rush through too many things. We just, you know, we're always in a hurry. And it's, you know, I've got a 15-year-old granddaughter and 13-year-old grandsons and 11-year-old grandson. And, you know, my granddaughter is, she's 9. And it's crazy to me how fast those years have gone. I need to slow down and enjoy them, like suck in their youth, basically, and sit down and listen to them. On Fridays, the mantra and the to-do is, I will tell someone I love them and give love to myself. Is it hard for you to tell people I love you? Is it hard to trust when people say that to you? Do you believe it? It's like, feel it. And on Fridays, it's the end of the week. Why not share love with other people? Why not soak in love from others? And make this a practice. Before I get off the phone with my husband or my kids or my grandkids, or I see them, give them a kiss and tell them I love them. It's a habit, yes, but I don't ever want them to think, I never heard my mom say, I love you. You know, and I would say to my grandkids, I can't leave until you give me a hug. It's enjoying that moment. So on Fridays, telling someone that you love them. On Saturdays, text a short, message to someone thinking about you. Or write them a note. You know, if you're at work, have you seen that, I don't know if it's a reel or what it is, where there's a little girl on a bus and she feels kind of down. And another kid on the bus, just writes a note, you are important. And as they're walking by him on the bus, they just kind of like drop it in their book. And the little girl opens it up and it makes her smile. She doesn't know where it came from, but she sees it and she makes her smile. And she goes to school and she sees someone eating lunch by themselves and she drops the note with them. It's just letting people know how important they are. It's dropping that note. It's sending a text message. I'm thinking about you. You've been on my mind. You're important. You are loved. Put a sticky note, leave a note on someone's, a random car. You're important. It may, I think about that and I think, oh, maybe it would freak them out a little bit. But I think if I saw a note on my car that said you're important, I would probably look around to see who did it, but it would make me smile. Thanksgiving, a couple years ago, I bought a bunch of Thanksgiving cards And I went through the phone book. That's how long it's been. And I just picked random names, and I sent like 10 or 12 cards out to people. And I'm like, I know you don't know me, but I am so thankful that you are on this earth. And I mailed these cards. It's taking a moment to write a short note to someone, to let them know they belong here on this earth. On Sundays, that's your day of rest and meditation and prayer and thoughtfulness. So when we take each day of the week and we do something in particular for yourself, for others, and we make a habit of it, it helps you to come back home. It helps you to see what is important. To me, it connects me with God and the universe and the spirit and energy, and it helps to raise my vibration and just gives me a positive outlook on life. When I'm having a bad day, I think about, okay, how can I make this day better? I need to do something for someone else. I need to say a prayer for someone in a certain situation. Or just in general, visualizing an energetic field around the universe and sending a prayer of love to each and every person who feels like they're in bondage, who feels like they don't belong, who feels like they don't have anyone in this earth, but as a reminder that they are not alone, that they are needed and they are loved. So every day in January through August, we have done different things, different mantras, different to-dos. September, we're doing a combination of all of them because we need to build ourselves up. We need to send prayers out to the universe. We need to help others in need. And we may not even know who we're helping as we are praying, as we're sending vibrations out. But you know what? Do it anyway. So on Mondays, live every minute, minute by minute. Today, I will live 1 minute at a time. Slow down. 1 minute at a time. I was thinking yesterday of all these things that I have to do this week. And I thought, you know what? Let's just concentrate on today. We had Karma Fest over the weekend, and there was a busy schedule. And then, today I had Tuesday Talks at 10:30. I have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to go and get my grandson. We're going to do some birthday shopping. Tomorrow I have all these appointments. I'm like, whoa, let's just concentrate on Tuesday Talks at 10:30 right now. Because that is what needs to be the most important. That's where I need to have my prayers. That's where I need to have my concentration. I need to send this love, send this message out to each and every person who is watching. On Tuesdays, laugh out loud. So today is Laughter Day. Today is the day that you think to yourself, it's okay for me to be joyful. It's okay for me to send laughter out to the universe. It's okay for me to laugh out loud. It's okay for me to find the joy in the little things, right? Just trying to think. I had it and it left me. She'll probably kill me if I tell you this. But my granddaughter was with us yesterday, and we went out to lunch, and she left out, we were eating lunch, and she left out the biggest burp you could even, she's just a little thing. And both my husband and I were like, score, right? Most people would get upset if you burp in the restaurant at a table, really loud. But you know what? She was being herself. And it was always a thing at our house with our kids, the bigger and louder the belch, the better you were. Score, good deal. Someone laughs if they snort when they laugh. All right, I got you to snort. She snorted. But it's finding the fun in things instead of going, oh my gosh, you shouldn't have burped. Oh, you snorted. You know what I'm saying? It's have fun with those things, with all the bodily noises that your body makes. So today, on Tuesdays, I want you to laugh out loud. I want you to find something funny and allow yourself to just flow with it. On Wednesdays, the thing for you to do is find a peaceful spot and reflect. What have I learned? Where have I been? Where am I going? What are the blessings that are around me? How can I bless others? It's just sitting and reflecting. I have been through a lot of stuff in my 59 years of life. That's right, 59. I had a birthday a couple weeks ago. I can't believe next year I'm going to be 60, but in here I'm still like 30. So aces. But it's reflecting on where I've been and where I'm going and what I've survived and what I've helped others with and what others have helped me with, and looking at that growth instead of thinking, I've been through a lot of crap and I'm just, I get tired sometimes. I really do. But then I have to think to myself, I've worked hard for where I'm at right now, and I've been through a lot of crap, but I've also survived a lot of crap. So it's reflecting on those things and being, pride is one of those things that you're like, is that ego? But it's having faith and confidence in yourself of how far you've come and how far you have yet to go. So Thursdays, that was Wednesday. On Thursdays, slow down and enjoy taking my time. So if I feel like I'm being rushed, I'm going to say, wait a minute, let's just slow down. Let's take a deep breath. Let's enjoy 1 minute at a time. Let's enjoy the things that I'm doing. Let's do it the best that I can instead of rushing through it. Fridays, I'm going to tell others that I love them. And I'm going to allow others to feel my love, and I'm going to invite love in. Saturdays, I'm writing a short note to someone or sending a text and letting them know that I'm thinking about them. So these are your mantras for September. And like I said, they're a combination of everything that we have worked on since January. We are in the 9th month of 2023. What have you learned? What have you been through? What have you given to other people? What have you received? What in your mind, have you changed your belief factors on certain things? Have you grown in belief? Have you led other people into belief? I mean, I'm a medium. I'm an evidential medium. A lot of people may think, ooh, that's a little too woo-woo for me. But I've come to the realization quite a few years ago that I'm not for everyone. I will be the person that I can and help those that God puts in my path. And if I'm not for someone, I don't need to prove myself to them. I just send them blessings and say, it's cool, not a problem. And maybe someday I will be for them. But if I'm not, I can't get bunched up about it. So we're in the book, My Head Knows But My Heart Still Hurts, 30-Day Grief Recovery Journal. At the beginning of each month, I talk about the different mantras, the exercises that are in the book. If you need to get a copy of the book, private message me, go to my website. You can get it on Amazon. You can come to Hip Gypsy Emporium. We have them in here. But I'm doing a gallery book signing tour, Only a Whisper Away tour. And I've got a couple upcoming events. So like I was saying in the beginning, September 13th, Havre de Grace. I keep saying we, but we'll be at the State Theater in Havre de Grace. Get your tickets. It's going to be an awesome event. I'm so excited for this theater event, the gallery event, and there will be books there that will be available if you're interested in a book. On the 14th, then the following night, here at Hip Gypsy Emporium, gallery reading here as well. On the 28th, I'm doing candles and cards at Hammer and Stain in Chambersburg, where you will be making a candle. You'll be guided through that, and then I'll be doing angel card readings individually. On the 20th, I'll be in Bel Air, Maryland. I only have 2 private readings that are still available. The rest are booked. And then on October 18th, I'll be at the Lodges in Gettysburg. And I'm excited about that event as well. I mean, Gettysburg, what a great town to do a gallery event at. So if you're interested in tickets, in seats, in these events, you can go to my event page on Facebook or go to my website. Everything is listed in there, or private message me and I will get you hooked up. But it is September. I don't want to say that summer is over, because no way is it over. I'm that summer girl. But it's one of those things where each month we need to learn and to grow, to be better, to open up, to come back home. If it feels like you've lost yourself, whether you've lost someone who's important to you, so now it's hard for you to figure out who you are, whether, just sometimes, especially with all the retrogrades going on and the full moon, There was a lot of wonky stuff going on. But it's just getting grounded again and taking time to do these things, the mantras, the exercises, taking 1 minute at a time, reflecting, laughing, sending messages out to others. We can't just always receive things. We have to give things as well. Does that make sense? So it is September. This is Tuesday Talks at 10:30. I come to you every Tuesday at 10:30. If there's a specific subject that you would like me to talk about, private message me. I will meditate on it and see what I can do. But, I love you all. I pray that you all are living the life you love. You're loving the life you live. If not, you're the only one that can change it. So September, I want you to reflect on all the mantras, all the things that you've learned from January to now, and reflect on that and grow and learn and give. All right, guys. I will talk to you next Tuesday at 10:30. Peace out. I love you all, and see you soon.